A very, very interesting program. You know, when you buy a home, the cost of a home comes in two places mainly, the mortgage and the upkeep. Energy bills can go out of sight, right? So what can you do to accomplish a double benefit? How can you get a lower interest rate and an energy efficient home? You can do it with a brand new loan, Energy Star loan. And it was pioneered with the state. And I'll tell you what, we have people with us to talk about it. I love it. Bank of Colorado was the lender who helped pioneer this program. And they are offering this loan, and you got to hear about it. It's great. So I have with me Stephen Poncepour. Is that good? Poncepour. Yes, I love the name, by the way. He's with Bank of Colorado. And then we have two guys who are contractors with EcoSmart. And they do the contracting for Bank of Colorado, and they're not the only contractor, but they are approved to do this kind of contracting for energy efficiency. We have Eric Daub with us, and we have John Thomas. So let's talk about the program. This is an incredible program. So I want to get it straight from the banker's mouth first, Steve.
From the banker's mouth. Hopefully I'll
Bank of Colorado. Okay. This is a loan, a loan that you can take extra money to make your house more efficient, but it probably will give you the same or a lower payment.
Yes.
Even though you're taking more money.
Yes. It's a pretty simple technique, really. It's been around for years, but it hasn't been funded for years. When you get a mortgage, you can pay a fee up front to acquire a lower interest rate for the life of that mortgage.
And that gives you a lower payment.
Bingo. Gives you a lower payment.
But these homeowners aren't going to be asked to pay that fee.
Correct. Governor's Energy Office. We have a spectacular Governor's Energy Office in Colorado. They've agreed to step forward and help us pay for a discount point to buy down the interest rate permanently on a homeowner's mortgage.
Okay, so I go to get a loan. I want a house. It needs $10,000 in energy improvements.
Correct.
I borrow an extra 10 grand from Bank of Colorado.
Yes.
And then you guys not only give me the extra 10 grand, so long as I do the proper improvements, but you give me a lower interest rate because the governor's office is subsidizing it.
Correct. The governor's office in combination with the Bank of Colorado, we're both subsidizing on that mortgage.
So I have a lower payment, and sometimes it turns out that basically you're getting the energy upgrades for no additional cost.
If you follow what your energy auditor recommends to you, most likely the combination of the savings on your mortgage and the savings on your energy consumption, you're not only going to be ahead of the game in terms of your comfort, in terms of your home value, you'll be ahead in terms of your monthly expenses.
All right, let's look at this graphic right here. If you can pull that up there, Bonnie. Okay, right there. So now, for example, if we have a home that's $300,000, but you have to add the cost of improvements to it. So instead of $200, it's $210.
Correct.
But instead of paying a 5% or a 5.1% interest, it's down to 4.7 or 4.9. Okay, so basically look at your payment. Your payment's just a tiny bit higher for all of that extra money plus improvements. So you're going to save on energy bills as well. So you're actually saving money with this mortgage, not just having a lower interest rate, but you're having lower energy bills. But there's something more we're not even covering. More comfort, better comfort, right? You have comfort. Let's talk to the builders now about comfort.
Yeah, you bet.
EcoSmart, let's talk about it. Just tell me what you do and why you love it.
Yeah. Well, most of the calls we get are for comfort, health, and energy savings, right? So all of us have lived in homes that are leaking air, they're drafty, they're cold, temperatures are uneven. There's the room over the garage we've never been able to really use. And so we come in and do a full energy audit. We look at 20 different systems in the home. We make sure we take care of all your concerns. Then we provide the financial solutions through Bank of Colorado. We provide the solutions package and a one-stop solution.
Okay. Is there a cost to this audit?
You bet. And we're doing it for $295. You can also get an audit through Excel, et cetera, for about $120. It doesn't cover as much.
Okay.
It doesn't cover combustion.
So from anywhere from, let's say, $120 up to $2-something, right?
Right.
And there's no obligation to get the loan when you get the audit.
Correct.
But you require the audit to know what needs to be done.
That's right. Got to have some guidance.
You're not going to let them just borrow money for a deck. I mean, you want them to put it toward energy efficiency. What is the most common stuff what do you do, John?
Well, air sealing and insulation, boilers, things like this. We call it the low-hanging fruit. There's a lot of of things, very basic things you can do to very rapidly improve the energy efficiency of the home.
Very rapidly save money.
Absolutely.
We have some photos. What are we looking at here, guys?
We're looking at the first home in North America, a custom home in a cold climate, to actually produce as much energy for the year as it uses. So that's called a zero-energy home. It's future-proofed. It's going to be humming along in the year 2070. It doesn't matter what Xcel is charging for coal. That's the extreme. But what we're talking about here is retrofitting homes.
Retrofitting homes. So let me get this straight. If you have a home and you want to make it more energy efficient, plus you want a lower interest rate, it's a no-brainer. What you need to do is refinance. You go to the Bank of Colorado or you go to EcoSmart and you say, I want to refinance, plus I want to do energy efficient improvements, okay? Here's what you do. You call them, and they will do an energy audit. They'll determine what should be done to your home. They'll build that cost into the loan. They'll lower the interest rate, and you net almost a perfect scenario. 970-229-5555, 970-229-5555, Bank of Colorado. Or you can call EcoFuturesBuilding.com, EcoFuturesBuilding.com. And they're also known as EcoSmart, 303-415-9694, 415-9694.